A wealthy art collector passed away, and because his son had died before him, the man had no heirs, no living heirs, and as a result, he had given instructions for an estate auction to be held. The day of the auction arrived. Many art collectors packed the room to bid on beautiful works of art that were displayed. The auctioneer placed the first painting and called for bids. It was an unremarkable portrait of a young man. The art investors in the room were unimpressed. At first, the room was silent, no bids at all. Finally, the auctioneer said, "We cannot move forward until this painting is sold. Do I hear a bid for $10? Somebody said, $10. The auctioneer waited. Nobody bested that bid. And finally, the auctioneer said, "Going once, going twice, sold." And he pounded the gavel. A man sitting in the second row said, "Now let's get on with the auction." The auctioneer replied, "I'm sorry, the auction is over." "What about the paintings?" The auctioneer replied, "When I was called to conduct this auction, I was told of a secret stipulation in the will. I was not allowed to reveal it until this time. Only the painting of the owner's son would be auctioned. Whoever bought that painting would receive the entire estate with all the paintings. The one who took the son gets everything. The one who receives the son gets everything." That was the conviction of the early apostles, the early disciples. They didn't care what the consequences were, be it persecution or even death, because they understood that everything belongs to Christ the King. Theirs was a theology of abundance. Theirs was also a theology of eternal life. You, my friends, have all the blessings of royalty. For they also understood that Christ's kingdom is much bigger than we can see or experience in our short earthly lives. These disciples kept an eternal perspective, and they invite us to do the same. As Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13:12, "For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then I shall know fully, just as I have also been fully known."